evening, everyone. Welcome to join European Education Info Session tonight. And we are really glad to invite Mr. Bernard and LEVY from AICP. And he will be the event speaker, and he will introducing the school and the program for us. So, Bernard?
Yeah.
We have you
Are
now?
you ready? Yes.
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Ni hao, everybody. I'm Bernard Levy from Paris. I'm a marketing manager. I would like to introduce AICP. AICP is very special school because there is only one technical school in Paris. It means if you want to know to study pattern making, you are welcome. It's a very intense program, very professional. It means you will study only pattern making. You will not see mathematics, geography, or something like that. It means you want to become pattern making, or maybe you need to know well pattern making because you want to design to open your collection or something like that. It means if you come to the school, you will get a very famous degree, and it's a good opportunity to find a job in France, in Europe, or also in your country. Well, and all the program is for different level. Is your background is a new one? It means you are beginners. You will start in the first year. If you are already study designer and a little bit pattern, you can go directly to the second year. And we have also a third year. It's only for students have got the degree in the school, because it's a very technical, very intense, and also you will within the program there is a training. It means you will study 2 days, and 3 days you will go to the company. It's very interesting because you will get experience in the different French company, and after that it will be ready to work everywhere you want. But you need to study French because in Paris, in the school, you will study in French. But it's a good opportunity to know well the French culture, the French people, the French food, the French life, and also me. Is it clear?
Yes.
It's easy to understand what you can do in the school. It's 100% technical. It's better to repeat again. Only 100% technical. Very intense. It means 35 hours per week, only technical. And after that, you will get a very famous degree. It's a good opportunity for any company because all the French company knows the school well, and they know if you want. And if you want to know more about pattern, that's okay. We have also many companies. They sent our people to know more about technical. Last time it was Chanel company sent some people to know more about jacket, for example. And for this reason, if you go to any company, you will find someone know the school because they study like a student or like a worker. And one thing is very important. If you want to find a work, you will find a work in the technical more than designer. Why? Because in designer there is a lot of students want to become a designer, but there is only one. And if you want to study pattern making, you can find a job because we need a lot of technical. Not only technical, we need a very good technical. And in this school, you will become a good technical. It means after you can go everywhere. It's important. You have to think first. If I study pattern, I can find a job. If I study designer, it's very, very difficult. That's true. Okay, but if you don't like technical, you don't need to go because it's very hard. But if you say, baby, I don't know, I want to become a designer or pattern, if you spend a lot of money, if you spend a lot of time, better to choose pattern making because you will find a job. If you speak French, if you speak also English, you can work around the world. I cannot say it's easy to find a job in Europe because you need a special visa, a work visa. But every year you have students from Taiwan, Korea, China. They got a visa because the company will do the necessary for that. Okay, you see, we talk about the school and also for the work. It means we do also after sale. You see, I don't need some brochure, just talk, and it's easy to understand, to explain. Yes or no?
Yes. Bernard, would you like to talk about like application, like how students can apply for the program at your school?
About the application?
Yes. Like what's the requirements and what are those?
Okay, it's a classical document. I need to get your resume, copy of passport, document from your university, the degree. It's much better to get also motivation letters like this. I can know exactly what you want to do in the future. If you want to be artist or accounting, no need to come here. This means we have to be sure. If you come to our school, you will find what you want. If you think, maybe I will study painting or something like that, it's no way. But if you want to study really pattern making, that's good. The most important thing for me is to be sure you will find what you think in Taipei. If you think something different, it's no good. And after that, you have to study French. I told you before, B1, but better B2 is better. Why it's important to know well French? Because if you want to get a training in the French company, it's better to speak French well. But before training, you will study in France. In the school, it means you have time to know more about the French language and the French culture. It's a classical document. I told you, CV, resume, copy of passport, document from the school, portfolio, I forgot to say that, and motivation letter. And there is only one person will be we can talk, is me. It means I will follow the students from Taipei to Paris.
All right. All the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until, so you can ask to Tin. I was the first time in Taipei, and I do the same with the Korean students. The president work with Japanese Japan student, and me is Taiwan and Korea. This means only me follow you until Paris. Same today for your students. It's the same. It's good like this. We have a small school, but we are also famous school, small and famous.
Okay. And also we have Miss Lin with us tonight. Maybe she can also share with us how she applied for IECP at that time and then what's her preparation. So can we give her some time for this?
I don't understand what you say about application, or what do you want to know more?
Would you like to talk more about application?
For the first step is usually I know well Taiwan and Korea because I've gone 5-6 times to Taipei. I visit some fashion university. I was exhibitor to the education fair, and I work in the education since 27 years. This means I start to know a little bit students, and I can if I have some trouble with one student, I will ask more information. Usually, I would like to say 99% of the students are okay in the school. They are not disappointed or something like that. Okay. If I have some trouble, I will ask again. If really have some problem, we have a conversation with Skype to be sure. But usually the students have to know what they want to do here. It's not we are not a school for the beginners. Usually the students know a little bit fashion before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my work is to be sure the students we find what they want from Taipei. That's all. It's my first. After we'll see which class, first class, second class, or third class. It depends the academic background. Tu veux dire bonjour? Okay. Voilà. And Tatiana is my officer manager. She helped me also. This means you are all the big staff. You can see the big staff.
You're welcome.
You have a family school. It means we know everybody. Students are not a number. Okay.
Okay.
But you need to study hard. Okay. Study and study. Okay. If you don't study, big problem. If you study and you respect the rule, you are welcome. If you come to Paris only for shopping, no way.
Kind of cool.
Okay.
All right.
There is a good and bad thing. You know, for other students, it says a big problem for the school with AICP. We need to be on time. It's a big problem. Because with other fashion school, you come or you don't come to the school, they're not their problem. For us, we think if you come to Paris, you come to AICP, you need to respect the rule, you take your time to Paris, you spend money, you need to be professional. If you are like tourist, we don't want. It means if I'm not sure about you, I will say no. Correct?
Very correct. We also have Miss Lee. She will share her experience with us to the audience.
Yeah.
All right. Let's invite her
now.
Okay. You can introduce yourself to the audience and then.
Okay. I would like to know why she chose AICP.
Yeah,
and,
that's the point, right?
Okay. I listen to you. You can speak Taiwanese. It's okay. That's correct.
我先跟大家说嗨好，因为大家好，我是林璇。那我很高兴今天可以到这边跟大家分享我就是选择 IECP 跟申请的一些过程。那我先自我介绍一下，因为我是辅仁大学企管系毕业，然后我有很长的工作时间都是在电子商务、行销企划这一块。那其实这个我的学经历其实跟法文还有打版设计裁缝的这两块领域其实非常的不同。那为什么为什么会有这样的机缘去学法文跟学打版裁缝？其实是因为我在工作上、生活上、兴趣上产生一些契机，然后这些契机就是比如说学习法文好了，其实他就是刚开始的时候是我的朋友他就是希望我可以跟他一起学看这边。希望我可以跟他一起学一个新的语言，然后学习过程中得到很多热情跟动力，然后我就想要一直持续的学习下去。那裁缝这一块呢，是因为就是在工作的时候，电子商务的行销企划这一块，我主要的销售商品是服装。那因为行销企划必须非常了解服装的，就是行销服装这一方面，我就必须要很了解服装的材料啊，服装的面料，然后还有服装的版型设计、做工这一方面。那所以做了很多功课之后，发现自己对于打版裁缝非常有兴趣。那所以就自己自费就是去外面学了打版裁缝。那因为这两个东西都是我可以乐在其中，然后很专注投入的事情，然后我也希望可以把它做得越来越好，所以我才会就是希望有一天说我可以到法国，然后可以去学习打版裁缝设计。那 大家其实如果线上有一些是服装设计本科系的同学，或者是如果有那个服装设计本科系的同学，应该会知道说在像是IESEG 或者是他们或者是服装工会学院这样的学校，他们要么就是不接受初学者，要么就是他的入学门槛很高，或者是他只会接受本科系毕业的学生。那其实这对我来说找寻学校就会有一点困难。如果我要继续持续进修的这个技能的话，那不过在去年的那个欧洲教育展，IECP 他有来台湾招生，然后我因为这样的机会，我了解到了，就是 IECP 的工作人员他就是有跟我介绍，就是这个学校它是专门做打板裁缝的课程，然后它的规模虽然小了一点点，但是呢，它的对于这方面的技能的提升是整个它的课程是比较完善的，所以我那时候就觉得说这样的学校是符合我的需求的。那决定要念这家学校之后，我就开始要准备。不好意思，请问一下下一页是？那就是在欧洲教育展的介绍之下，我认识了这家学校。那我觉得这家学校它是很符合我的需求。那接下来我就要开始申请这家学校，向这家学校提出申请。那基本上它其实就是需要履历，然后动机性以及作品集。那履历跟动机性是让这家学校可以了解你的背景，然后了解你的对于想要进修的这一块的动机及渴望到了什么程度。那作品集的话呢，可以让学校说你的打板裁缝的基础是打板裁缝的程度是到了哪里，然后他们可以帮你配合，他们可以按一下那作品集的话是可以让学校知道说你整个程度到哪里，他可以把你分发到他们觉得适合你的课程去。那这3个方面呢，我自己准备的话，我先从动机性开始讲起。动机性的话，其实它就是主要就是要有自我介绍，然后要有你的学经历，还有你为什么想要念这家学校的原因是什么？那你想要念这家学校的哪一个科目？最后其实很重要的原因，很重要一点就是你希望从这家学校你获得什么？你必须跟学校很明确的表达你的学习欲望，让他知道说，让他知道说你可以从学习去获得到一些专业的技能，然后甚至就是你可以以此技能来贡献在社会上，这是他们希望就是学生可以最后传达学校理念的很重要的这一块。那这个左边的部分就是我当初的动机性。那再来是个人履历的部分。个人履历的话，其实也是就是把你的个人基本资料啊、技能、工作经验、学习学历、兴趣条列式的明确的写出来。那原则上其实就是要简洁、清晰、有逻辑，但是很重要一点就是我们要把重要的东西放在最上面，然后让学校知道说，比如说你的法文程度到哪里，或者是你英文程度到哪里，或者是你是不是有相关打板裁缝这一方面的学经历，这都是很重要要表现出来的。然后再来是作品集的部分。作品集的部分，因为我当初有在外面学基础的打板跟立裁，所以我就把我的作品都先记录下来，然后做成作品集。那这个是立裁的部分，然后再来是打板。我就是找了一件我想要做的衣服，然后以这个衣服为标的物，然后把它做成前面的话是制图，然后这边的话就是把它做成实际的样品。那透过这个作品集，学校他就会知道说，你实际上你的程度是可以适合到他们学校的是哪一类的课程。对，然后这个我把这三样 3样东西寄给学校之后，学校就会帮我做安排。那这个过程等待的过程之中呢，其实我自己还是就是持续的学习法文，然后就是增加自己的法文听力啊，还有口说这方面的东西。然后因为 IECP 它是一个全法文授课的环境，所以法文其实要一些基本的程度会比较好，就是你到了法国当地的时候，可能融入环境的话会比较不那么的紧张。那这个就是我准备 IECP 的整个过程，然后大概就是这样的东西。然后我现在是要请线上的同学发问吗？还是？
谢谢林小姐今天帮我们分享，就是她在申请的过程中怎么准备，然后以及大概准备的方向跟重点可以放在哪里给同学参考。那我们现在还有15分钟的时间可以开放同学做 Q&A。那同学如果有问题的话，你可以在你的 Webinar 的左边或右边你的控制面板上会有一个 question 的功能键可以使用。Bernard,
yes.
Let's get started with the Q&A session. Let's openly let's accepting some questions from the audience.
Yes, of course. Okay.
Sure. I think we just missed talking about like tuition and where, when is probably the deadline or next intake, especially we are under impact of COVID-19.
Okay, and the tuition fees is between 10,000 to 12,000 euro. Usually, we ask to the student to pay 50% when they decide to study in AICP, and the other balance the first day of the class will start. Usually it's like this. For the students from France, from Taiwan, we ask to pay 100% to be sure the students will come to study in the school. If something happens, we give back all the money we got before, but it never arrive, never happen from Taipei. Usually all the students from Taiwan, they got the visa to study in the school. And after the tuition fees, they have to pay 160 euro for the pedagogic support. Is mean for the machine, for the mannequin, for the tweed. After that, everything is included. They have nothing to pay to study well in the school. That's all. It's very expensive to get to work well. For this reason, we offer a package. And after that, everything is included. Okay?
Yeah.
There is for the tuition fees and one for the support, for the pedagogic support. After that, it's finished. Okay?
I think for details, they can also find on website. You just say.
Yeah. But if the students have any questions, they can send a message to info@aicp.fr. I will answer personally. Okay, when I say I will follow the student from now, I will answer to the message. After I will do the necessary to get appointment to the Campus France with for all the documents. That's if we need some information for renting, for open the account to the French bank, we can also help. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, if there is any question, they can send a message. If we can, we say yes. If we cannot, we say no.
Okay, sure. And what about the next intake?
We have the next intake will be in January. It's easy. It's each trimester there is a new class. The next intake will be in January. The next one April, July, October. It's a new class, new students. It means if you want to to study quickly, you have January, but it's a bit short, and the next will be on April. Okay. If you want to come in July, you are welcome because of good weather. And October and September is my birthday. It's okay.
I see. We just talked about vacation. That's it's mainly French taught classes. So does the student have to submit any like certificate of language test? And what's the minimum level they will be asked?
Okay, I say before B1 is average level, French level. It's the first step to start to speak well French. B2 is better, but if you come to Paris B1 in the school you have to speak French because all the students have to speak French. You can speak French with Italian, Chinese, Russia, or any countries, and after you will feel more comfortable to speak French when you have to find training. B1 is minimum, okay? If you want to know to study more, B2 is fine, but B1 that's okay. You know, French is same pattern making. You can be a pattern maker if you want, but if you want to be a very good pattern maker, you need to work more. It's the same for the French.
Yeah.
You are really motivated. You are really motivated. You will study more French before to come in Paris. If you study a little bit, it means you want to know a little bit pattern making. It's the same way. Okay.
Sure. Then after the application, is there any like test or what about the interview? How would it be going, or how you gonna evaluate students and see whether you're gonna accept their application?
I told you before. We get the document from the students, and we are also lucky because we know well Madame Sin. She's the responsible of Campus France. She know well the school. She come to visit our school. We know many times to see her for the education. It means she know well the school. She knows the president, and also I know Taiwanese students. It means we are professional to talk with the new Taiwanese students. I don't worry too much about that.
All right.
Good answer, huh? Well, it's the time. It's the lunch time now. I start to hungry. Any question?
So you talk about like it's more like technical side of the learning, right? So if a student has like say almost zero background.
Okay, my job is to explain well. It will be a hard program, intense program, and only technical. If the students just study a little bit design or pattern, it's not enough. She has to start the first class. For me, it's not a problem. She study first year or second year. I have to see for the student what is better for them. Okay. Sometimes some students say, I know already, but in pattern making, you have always the opportunity to know more. If you want to know more technical, you can do. You have no limit. And in the school, we are more. We go more than the quality than the quantity. We want the students study well and they have opportunity to get a job. It's our job to do that. It's my job is to know it's a good opportunity for the student, which class is better for them, and the opportunity after to get a good training in the company. If they want to work in a special company, if I can do, I do. You understand? Because my work in France is a relation with a fashion company. Before I was in contact with Chanel, Christian Dior, Martin. You like very much Martin Maison Margiela. Margiela. A lot of Taiwanese students would like to work in the Martin Margiela. I have also good connection with that. It's not only technical school. You have also technical connection with the chef of atelier, and for the student we can talk in the same level. I'm not Santa Cruz, but it's similar.
For different programs, say from basic program to like advanced program, usually how long would it be?
Well, one thing is important in the foundation class, it means basic program. They will have already 2 training within the program. It means we don't wait 3 years to know, sorry, you are not a good pattern maker, come back to your home, bye bye. We want already in the first year, the students we know is a job I will do in the future. If it's too much technical, it's okay. Too much technical, maybe I will go to the design school or another thing. We want to be sure in the first step you want to follow us or not. And the duration of the program is around 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I repeat again, 100% technical. It's not like university or you will study geography, historical, or something like that. You come here to become a pattern maker. Okay. If you want to create your own collection, you need to know well technical, because without technical you can do nothing. Just take pictures, but after when you see a technical problem, you cannot do anything because you don't know. If you know the technical way, you can do everything from your mind to the clothes.
All right.
It's okay?
Yep.
I don't hear you. Okay.
Also, things some students may be concerned about the COVID-19. If they already planned, they already get accepted for enrollment, but their schedule or their trip might be canceled or may be affected by the COVID-19. Is there any alternatives or any major from the school that can help the student?
Well,
For example, postpone their
okay,
enrollment.
okay. It's an important question, COVID-19, because it's around the world. In France, you have to be more carefully than Asian people, because it's not usual for Western people to wear a mask. It's not natural for us, and maybe for that we are a little bit late from Taiwan or other Asian countries. But in the school, any student have to wear a mask. Any student have to have the personal gel. If something happened, all the students have to say have some problem or not. If have some problem, you have to stay in your home. And I know the reality is a little bit different from Paris to Taipei. In Taipei, people are very afraid about France and French people. But you see, I'm still alive. I don't worry too much. But same everywhere. You have to be careful. And if you are careful people, I think you get nothing. It's the same from Taipei or Paris. I have a lot of Asian family are more friends than children. Children in Paris say, I don't want to back to my country. I want to stay in Paris. But family very afraid, because when they open TV and they listen something happen in Paris or in Europe, they think it's the end of the world. It's not really okay, but have to be careful. I think in Asia you do more than Europe. That's true, but that's okay. You have to just be carefully. If you're carefully, you wear mask. You don't go to the cafe. You want to drink with a party. That's okay. You have to be careful about your own life. But if you are, but in Asia, already. It means when you come in Paris, you will do more than Western people, and you get nothing. For now, when some students are sick, it's more Western students than Asian students. We have no problem with Asian students. They are okay because they already be careful. Okay. I don't want to say you are welcome because it's not easy, but if you come next week, our students will come to Paris. I think she's a little bit afraid because they think it's very dangerous. You will see after 1 week, it's okay. Just have to be carefully. Usually careful. That's enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Like for example, if this international student's schedule got delayed or canceled, can he or she postpone her or his enrollment with the school? Like for example, he or she plan to go to Paris probably this fall, but her or his flight is canceled. Then can he or she probably go to the school probably from next January or February or next spring semester? Do you think it's a path for school? Or is it an alternative for the student?
French market is small, but Schengen market is very big. It means when you get a visa from France, you will get for many countries in Europe. And in Europe, a lot of countries has rich about culture, about company, about opportunity to find a job. If I want to go to Taiwan, I go only to Taiwan. I cannot go to another country because I will need a visa. And if you come to France, it's a big market we open for you for study, for live, for working. I think there is not too much opportunity to another countries. I think for this reason, it's you come to France, or many countries will be open. You go to UK, you can go and stay only UK because it's not Schengen, and the fashion is more in France, in Italy, a little bit Belgium, in UK, but UK is very different, and more UK will be different than European countries. A big market for students and for working. And if you decide to come back to Taiwan, you say you got a French degree. I work 1 year, 2 years in French, like a pattern maker. People, you say, okay, good, great, you are professional. And Taiwanese students are very serious. I like to work with Taiwanese and Korean students because they are smart and they want to be professional. It's a good way to work together. Some countries is so-so, but Taiwan and Korean, that's fine.
Yeah, we're very hardworking.
I cannot work with someone don't want to work. They don't want to work. Okay, don't work too. It's the same. But Taiwanese students they come to Paris. It's a good opportunity. It's not easy for them, for the family, because the life is very expensive. You have to know that. But UK is really more expensive. If Paris is expensive city because Paris is not cheap. But if you can, you understand the good opportunity you have to come to Paris. You understand everything for the future.
Mm-hmm. Talking about life in Paris,
it's not in the brochure, huh? It's like I talk like professional because I know the connection. I have the connection with company and student. I know what you want and what they need. It means I'm in the middle. You want something, I will try to find for the company need some people.
I say, if they are looking for internship or they are looking for jobs, they could also seek helps from school,
okay,
right?
Many Asia students think they come to Europe or to France and they will find easily work. it's not really that, because I told you, when you come to Paris, you will get a student visa, and student visa you can study only. If you want to work, you need to get work visa, but within student visa you can work part time, like job student, but it's not really professional. And we are a school, we are not a company. I have to say that. We help you to find training, internship, and after it, at least it will be the company we decide to say, okay, I want to work with you, I want you to stay in France, I will do the papers to stay in Paris, and after that it's easy to get a work visa if the French company say, okay, you have to be lucky, you have to be the good person in the good place.
Mm-hmm.
And every year we have some foreigner students get visa to stay in Paris, because people think you are a good worker, and we want you stay here. The French company like very much Asian students, because Asian students like to work, and the French worker like to think holiday. It's a different way. and the people know Asian people like to work. You work well, you want to be more professional, and the French company like it. Just find the good people and the good company. After that, welcome. But it's not 100%. Huh? You have to know that. Huh? It's not guaranteed. Okay?
Of course. Thank you, Bernard.
Yes, you have to be. We like to talk free and clear. We don't want to say, baby, if it's not true, it's not true. It's yes or no. It's the difference between other fashion school. You can dream. With us, there is no dream. It's a reality. It's professional.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, the students have to be well prepared and pretty motivated, especially about pattern
The
matching.
first step. If I say I would like to come to AICP, but I don't know what I will do, I say, okay, no need. Take your time.
Sure. Of course. So thank you, Bernard, for today's introduction
Welcome.
about ICP, and thank you, Miss Lin, and for
I will
sharing
see
with
Miss
us.
Lin in November. Welcome to Paris. I really appreciate your work. And now you know what I have to do, what you need to do the next in the school. And I will be happy to talk with you. I would like to know what you want, where you want to study, or where you want to do your training. If I can help you, I will do. It will be my pleasure. Okay?
That's all right. Cool. Thank you, Bernard.
Okay. Bye
For
bye.
audience, if you're interested about more
Yeah.
details about
I was happy to
ICP,
talk with you. I like Taiwan, Taipei, and I
thank you.
hope next year I can come to say hello for real. Okay?
Cool, of course. We're looking forward to
Okay.
seeing you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye. 谢谢。
Thank you. 恭喜呢。各位观众，那我们这个有关于ICP 的介绍，今天就到这边告一段落。大家如果对于因为这个学校它比较特别，是它非常专精于就是关于打板剪裁的部分，所以就是你一定要至少要有基本的基础，然后一定要至少法文的程度是可以沟通的，然后就是你要非常目标明确，然后进去之后也是像刚刚 Bernard 有讲到，就是你真的要非常认真的学习，因为它真的就是很考验技术层面的东西。那林小姐这边有没有还想要再跟大家补充有关于申请方面的吗？
申请方面，我刚刚就是有提到说履历、动机性跟作品集。那这方面的话，其实就是要在内容上面多多丰富自己，然后把自己介绍出去，这样学校才会在很多的就是信件之中看到，因为他们也是会透过筛选，不是说你今天来投他就会接受。没错，
所以就是以书面审为主嘛。对，然后就是不会有面试的部分。
对，我是没有面试。
好的。那我们今天这个部分的话就先告一段落。那我们这边再来会邀请我们法国教育中心的曾代表，他会来跟大家讲解一下有关于法国这边学制啊、签证方面的注意事项，给同学参考。那我们欢迎曾代表。
好，谢谢。那个宇轩要不要留着？我觉得我们可以用比较轻松的方式聊一聊。刚刚呢，那个 AICP 可以切到我们看不到画面，可以切到我们看得到。
对，会
对，
跟你
就是那个这个学校已经有100多年历史了。那其实呢，我去参观过这间学校，它规模并不大，小小的。然后学校本身就是由现任的校长他爸爸创立的，因为他们创立了一个很特别的一个打板的那个方式，叫做 Vauclair。那这个 family 就叫 Vauclair。然后我刚刚就在那个活动前跟怡萱聊天的时候，就说我去参观的时候就觉得那个学校真的就像一个family， 因为大家都互相认识，从行政人员啊、教职人员啊、学生啊，那很多已经都蛮资深的，而且他们的老师很多是从业界出来的哈。刚刚活动前呢，那个学校代表还在跟香奈儿打电话，因为他们这种学校以技术面为主，他们都会跟企业结合，也就是说一定有这个实习的学分。那因为那个学校历史悠久，所以呢很多企业都认识这个学校，那会那个跟学校就是合作，让学生去实习，甚至于呢毕业之后提供工作机会哈，我想这一点蛮重要的这样子。那今天真的非常高兴呢，可以邀请到那个怡萱，他是准校友哈，他是下个礼拜要飞巴黎这样子。那你就是之前我知道你做了很多的准备工作，然后搜寻一些资料，然后也跟之前台湾的校友，
对，
就是有聊过联络，都有聊过。那那个出发之前你在生活方面，例如说住巴黎住宿什么都安排好了吗？
住宿安排好。那因为其实找房子对外籍学生来说，应该不止外籍学生，都就是一个非常辛酸血泪的过程。
其实巴黎、伦敦、纽约、东京这4大城市，因为外来人口多，确实找房子不是那么容易，尤其是我们人在国外。
对。
那像我自己本身，我也是留法的嘛，我在巴黎待了6年。那那个我们早期留法更辛苦，还没有网络，没有网络，然后你人在国外确实
一间间看，
对，你根本不能看啊，就是根本几乎没有办法找住宿。对。那现在的话还有网络，而且我知道像我们台湾驻法国办事处也有成立在巴黎当地的有一些那个台湾留法校友会，就是在各个城市，对，那就可以协助就是一些新生，对一些生活上面，不管是找房子啊，或者是到时候银行要开户啦，一些行政的程序，对啊，所以结果你房子是在哪里？
在13区。
对，
在华人区。
对，就是我们讲的中国城。对。那个大概是怎么样的情况？是套房吗？还是
很幸运那一间是一个新的大楼，31层。然后刚好我接触的学生，他说他那2层都是专门租给学生公寓，专门租给学生，然后你必须要持有学生签证才能够入住。
OK， 有学生身份才可以。
对，所以环境上相对单纯。然后那个区域的治安呢算是普通，但是呢，因为我有就是看了一下整个环境，他有给我看照片，然后感觉上是比较起老城区的话，它是感觉上比较就是安全一点。对，因为
租金是多少？
租金
600欧。那在巴黎，因为13区算是市中心哦，整个大巴黎地区是有20区。
对。
那它是13区的话，算是在巴黎南边市中心，600欧算是 OK， 而且学生还可以申请房补。对，这个是法国特有的福利。对，因为这个真的其他国家。你不要讲那个学费，对，你光可能学费外国人就要缴2倍、3倍、4倍的学费了，不可能还给你那个什么房屋补助。所以呢，在法国他们确实不分本国人、外国人，他们都有房补。
对。
那到时候呢，怡萱就可以去申请房补。那你就要去他们类似像社会局这样子，你就要去申报啦，他还是会叫你填资料，因为基本上房屋补助是给有需要的，例如说可能家里
而且一定要合法签约。 就是要合法契约，因为有些是
对，
你如果没有
房东没有报税的话，
那就是不可能会有
对，这个很重要。那所以呢，他会就是你那个填资料提出申请之后，他再去评估你家里面的状况，你租的区域，它大概房价是多少，再决定给多少哈。那但是呢，这个真的是学生的一大福利啦哈。而且讲到福利呢，还要提供同学另外一个资讯，就是法国的全民健保，也是基本上外国学生呢也都要加入他们的全民健保学生保险，而且是免费的不像我们在台湾，我们自己每个月都要缴健保费。法国它是社会主义国家，所以呢，它会强制学生一定要投保，那那个不用缴这个健保费。那到时候呢，他会给你一张那个健保卡，就上面有晶片。那运作方式跟台湾很像，就是假设我今天感冒，那我去那个看医生，我只要缴挂号费，我刷那一张健保卡，法国政府就会帮我们做部分负担。那它医药是分开的，所以你到时候呢，医生开处方签给你，你再去药局拿药，那个盒子上面也是会有一边是你自己，例如说我知道你要缴5欧。那法国政府呢要缴8欧，对，那个法国政府都有那个做部分负担就对了我觉得这个真的都是很不错的，对国际学生来讲是那个预算上面有很大的帮助，对。那所以你现在心情应该是非常的兴奋，
紧张，对，要到全法文环境。
不过呢，刚刚以那个 AICP 这个学校，它是有提到说他们的课程都是法文为主的嘛，哈。那法文检定考试呢，总共分6级，就是 A1、A2、B1、B2、C1、C2。那学校是会要求就是至少要有第3级，就是 B1， 那最好有 B2 第4级，其实就是差不多中级的程度。对，你就是要在台湾已经有基础了，像怡萱她就是之前有在台湾先学法文然后呢那个学校的话，它完全是就是法式的教法它基本上也不可能再用英文教你这样子。那那个还有就是最后如果说我们要实习或者是要工作，其实你没有掌握，对你没有掌握法文的话，基本上对也相对的机会可能也比较少，对，所以这一点蛮重要的。好，那我们剩下4分钟呢，接下来就是我们第2场是法国的很好的商管学院IESEG 我们叫做 IESEG。那这间学校呢它本身也是得到国际的3项认证全世界的这个商管学院同时有得到这3样认证的学校呢只有1%的这个学校有那个3冠的这个认证。那那个现在好像没有同学在线上了，是不是？有吗？有10几个同学在线上。那所以我们在3分钟会进到下一场所以同学不要离开。那荧幕上面呢，大家应该有看到法国教育中心，就是Campus France 法国教育中心的联络方式。那我们是法国教育部的那基本上呢，有任何留学法国的资讯，除了我们参加这样子的一个说明会，直接可以跟学校咨询。那当然一些行政程序也很欢迎同学呢可以跟教育中心这边联系，因为最后如果真的要成行要办签证，也是要透过教育中心这边面试。怡萱还好吗？因为他已经面试完了。对。面试进行的还顺利吗？因为有些同学会很紧张，觉得要办签证讲不出话来。
要练习。
其实呢，我们大概就是会了解一下学生的这个动机啦，然后他不是例如说办学生签证，然后是要去那边。学生签证是可以打工的，学生签证对，就是主要的目的是要学习其实 基本上如果说同学已经取得学校的入学资格的话，签证都会过了哈，所以呢不用太担心，好不好？那现在时间差不多了，我想我现在就把麦克风交回给我们主持人 Jade， 好不好？那同学呢，不要忘了，教育中心呢每周一到周五下午2点到4点都有对外开放。那住北部的同学呢不需要预约，开放时间可以直接过来。中南部的同学呢，当然呢可以利用这段时间打电话过来咨询，或者是透过 email 跟教育中心这边联系。好，那我就先讲到这边，我把时间交还给我们主持人 Jade。
各位观众大家晚安哈，我们现在就是接着会是我们的IESEG 的管理学院。那我们的国际事务，他是那个上海亚洲办公室这边的代表是 Marc， 他今天会为我们介绍有关 IESEG 有关学生方面或者申请方面相关的资讯。
So thank you very much for attending the session. Thank you for introducing me. So I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Marc PORTO, and I'm the head of IESEG School of Management Shanghai office, as it was said just before. And for the next 20 minutes, so I'm going to lead you through a short journey in order to know better the advantages of studying in France, to know more about French education system, and more specifically what is a grande école. And of course, I will focus actually on introducing our school and postgraduate and undergraduate programs as well. So I will let you know as well about the application process. So usually I share a video about welcome to France, but since the connection is not that good, so actually choosing IESEG, it is choosing to go to Europe and to France. So there are a lot of advantages for studying in France. And you probably know that local and international students are treated equally. Same tuition fees, same access to housing allowance and medical care system. Also possibility to stay 1 more year in the country after graduation from a master's degree, learning French, etc. So I'm sure that you know already all those details from Campus France. So I won't go into much more details then. Then IESEG is a grande école, and you probably know that in France there's the public universities, there's some specialized schools, and there's also the grande école. And grande école are very unique system, and it's the name of the best schools in France. It's a very different system from any other country in the world. So France got one of the best education system in the world, with very high recognition, and within its education system, the best schools are known as grande école. So when it comes to IESEG, sorry, so IESEG School of Management is a triple crown grande école. So we are accredited by both EQUIS, ACSB, and also AMBA. So actually there are less than 1% of the education institutions in the world that are triple crown like us. So our programs, as you can see, are also recognized by the Conférence des Grandes Écoles and by the French Ministry of Education. So in France, there are about 200 business schools, 32 are Grande École, and only 14 are triple crown like us. We are private, but we are non-profit business school. And we are part of the largest private comprehensive university in France, which is the Lille Catholic University. So this makes us stand apart from the other business schools in France that has been mostly created by the Chamber of Commerce of their region. So the advantage is that if you have, for example, the opportunity to go to our Lille campus, then you will have the opportunity to share all the university-sized facilities in our Lille campus with more than 30,000 students. Some of them are studying law, some others are studying medicine. We have also some engineering schools. Then what is important for you to know is that all our classes are taught fully in English for both international and for local students. So choosing IESEG, it is choosing salary at the service of practice. It is to want to see beyond the borders. It is also means developing a global and differentiating approach through
Excuse me, Mark. Hey, Mark. Mark, excuse me.
Campuses giving access to all what is the best in France. So the landscapes, the cuisine, the architecture, the culture, romantic. So it is a European hub that was a European capital of culture in 2004. And it's currently the world design capital. It's the second youngest city in France. It's the fourth largest of the country. And in Lille, our campus is located next to the Parc Vauban. So we're just about 20 minutes by walk from the main train station. And from Lille, you can go to Paris in 1 hour, to Brussels in 30 minutes, to London in 1 hour, 30 minutes, and to Amsterdam in the Netherlands in about 2 hours, taking the high-speed train. Then we have our campus in Paris. So Paris, everybody knows Paris, the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, Notre Dame Cathedral, Versailles Castle, les Champs-Élysées, Roland Garros, Paris Saint-Germain. Probably you've been to Paris in the past. So Paris has been elected several times in a row as the best destination for abroad studies by international students in QS. Paris will host also the Summer Olympic Games in 2024. So it's a vibrant city that combines the French art de vivre with the best international facilities, standards, and connections. So our campus in Paris is located in the largest CBD in continental Europe. So that is to say Paris La Défense district. This is a white-collar district, and more than 1,500 companies have their world or European headquarters located there. So you probably know also that following the Brexit, the European Banking Authority will move from London to Paris. So our campus in Paris is located in the Grand Arche de la Défense. You can see a picture just here. So it's the most iconic building of the district, and since 2017, we have a new building just located 200 meters away from the Grand Arche. So La Promenade de l'Arche, an 8-story building, is located only 5 minutes walk from the Grand Arche. A quick review of our school. So we have more than 6,000 students that are evenly distributed across our 2 campuses in Paris and Lille. We normally send and receive well beyond 1,200 students for academic exchange every year, but this was the number because of the pandemic. Choosing IESEG means having the opportunity also to be one of our alumni and benefit from the IESEG network, contacts, and events. So student life is also about meeting people outside of the class. So you will have the opportunity to join one of our many associations run by our students. We have more than 50. Our school has a high level of research, with professors publishing regularly in high recognized scientific reviews. So this is a guarantee of the quality and accuracy of the teaching content. We have 4 centers of excellence and a joint laboratory with the CNRS. So being international is not a concept, but a reality in our school that counts with more than 80% of foreign professors. We are a highly international school, and you could see it from our students' body, our professors, and now our partners, since we have students coming from more than 100 countries. We have about 300 partner universities in 70 plus countries. We do exchange, double degrees, visiting professors programs, joint research, etc. And in Taiwan, for example, we are partnered with NTU, NCCU, just to give you 2 examples. So, we have also a very strong company network, and all our students, every year, they need to do a compulsory internship. This is just one example about our focus on practical experience and learning by doing approach. So we are here, you can see some examples of the companies that are collaborating with us by, for example, welcoming our students for internship, participating to our job fairs both online but also offline, sending us professionals to give lectures and presentations, sharing about their job, their sector, their company, their career, mentoring our students, organizing with us case studies, teams competitions, etc. So for all our programs, the placement is very high and very diverse according to the major and the program you will have followed in our school. You can find the detailed information in our brochure and website about careers, salaries after graduation, function, and companies that are recruiting our students. About our programs. So we offer undergraduate programs as well as 1 year or 2 years master programs. We also receive students and professionals for dedicated summer programs. We offer 2 undergraduate programs, our 3 years Bachelor in International Business and our 5 years combined master cycle, bachelor cycle plus master cycle for our Grande École programme. Our 3-year Bachelor in International Business program welcomes about 70 students in total on our 2 campuses in Lille and in Paris. So the number of students shall increase in the future. This is a very practical program. The aim when choosing this program is to start working after 3 years of studies. So this program combines a strong academic foundation with the opportunity to put everything into practice each year through mandatory internships. Here you have the breakdown information about the 3-year studies. To notice, so on the 5th semester, that is to say the first semester of the 3rd year, you will have the opportunity to do an exchange in one of our partner universities. We are also developing double degrees. On the third year, we have 4 specializations for you to choose. They are the following: Finance and Audit Control, Marketing and Negotiation, HRM, and also Management of Information System and Operations Management. Here you have the breakdown information. After graduation, this program keeps many options open to you. So you can start to work, and after gaining 3 years of working experience, you have the possibility to join an MBA. And we do offer an MBA also at IESEG. You can go for a master either in our school or in another education institution. So in our school, we offer 11 different 1-year, 3 terms master degrees. Another possibility could be for you to join back directly the master cycle of our Grande École program. Then let's go to our master degrees. So we offer 11 masters that are 1 year, 3 terms, 2 semesters of study plus 4 to 6 months internship, either in our Lille or in our Paris campus. Our MSc in International Business is proposed both in Paris and in Lille for September intake, and only in Lille campus for January intake. So those programs are a series of specialized master programs with one ambition: help you excel as you pursue your career path. And let's have some specific words for each one of our programs, giving you some short introduction of each one of them. So our MIB Tech is an intercultural program that bridges the gap between business and technology for tomorrow's international business leaders. We have our MSc in Business Analysis and Consulting, that is a strategic program that teaches students to manage business analysis and consulting projects to drive companies' performance. You can see our Master in Digital Marketing and CRM, and it combines the learning digital marketing and CRM with a comprehensive expertise. Our MSc in International Accounting, Audit and Control prepares international students for the certifying exams of professional accountancy. Our MSc in Investment Banking, Capital Markets and FinTech places a heavy emphasis on the developments that have disrupted classic capital markets. So it teaches essential IT and programming skills through partnerships with Bloomberg and Refinitiv. Our MSc in Finance offers a curriculum designed to help students obtain the Chartered Financial Analyst designation, CFA, the most prestigious and widely recognized investment credential in the world. Our MSc in Negotiation, MSc in International Business Negotiation, combines the development of negotiation skills with the mastery of intercultural and managerial communication. Our MIB prepares leaders with global mindset for international business. It is also AMBA accredited, same as our MBA. Our program about fashion combines creativity essential to the sector with solid business skills. It is in partnership with Istituto Marangoni from Italy, which is one of the best design schools in the world. Our MSc in Entrepreneurship and Innovation is a unique program designed to help you develop the critical skills required to drive change in any organization. Then we have 2 MBA that you need to have minimum of 3 years working experience if you want to be qualified to join. We have our International MBA, that is a comprehensive business management study tailored to your ambition with personal and professional development. And we have our new MBA in leadership and coding that is about leading a changing world and coding the future of business. And it is in partnership with LEVY Coding School. Then we are also offering a 5 years combination of 3 years bachelor cycle and 2 years master cycle in order to get a master in management. So this is our flagship program and the one we are running since the opening of our school. So we are ranked #1 in France for this 5 years program. The bachelor cycle provides students with general management knowledge. Internships are compulsory every year, and students have the opportunity to spend at least 1 semester abroad in one of our partner universities, maximum 4 semesters within the 5 years time frame. Then the master cycle, so 2 years, offers the possibility to get a specialization, and we have 12 specializations that are available. Students can do their master in apprenticeship. That is to say, they can also alternatively going to work in a company and follow the classes in our school. And here is the list of our specializations at master level for our Master Grande École. So if you want to join directly after a bachelor degree, our Master Grande École, Master in Management, you need to have a bachelor degree in management, business, or related field. Then, so how to apply? So our applications are for January and September 2021 are already open. And how to apply is quite easy. So you need to apply online, provide required documents, including English test score, but the English test score can be waived if you have been studying in English or if you're a native speaker. Then for the undergraduate programs, we have several rounds of admission with deadlines and release dates and for the postgraduate programs, it's different because we do rolling admission. So applying for undergrad for BIB and Grande École is very similar, and you will need to provide a mandatory 1 recommendation letter for PGE and MGE. Then for all the programs, you will have a 30 minutes interview with admission officer and a second interview with the director of the program for our IMBA and for our MBA in leadership and coding. Then also for our PGE, Programme Grande École, and for our Master Grande École, you will need to answer questions live using a platform which name is Visio Talent. So then here you can see the tuition fees for our undergraduate programs, and we do offer scholarships that are rebate on the tuition fee amount based, of course, on the evaluation of the application package. We have a holistic approach for all the programs. And those are the scholarships that are offered for postgraduate programs. So partnership scholarship, if you come from one of our partner universities, early bird scholarship, GMAT scholarship, merit-based scholarships. And we do have also a first nationality scholarship for our MBA, IMBA. This is some more information if you want to plan your budget moreover the tuition fees. So here is some useful information just for your reference. Of course, this can vary depend on your consumer habits and standards. So this is the cost of living for Lille. And this is for Paris. You can see that the main difference is regarding the accommodation that is more expensive in Paris. And then those are some words from our dean, Mr. Jean-Philippe Hameux, that is our dean since the past 25 years. And usually following that, I show you a video about our school that is about empowering change makers for a better society. So you can see our students, our campuses, and also some examples of activities. But since the connection today is not really good, so I leave you to go to our YouTube channel in order to watch this very interesting video. So also to find out more about our school, you can also contact our ambassadors who are alumni or students that volunteer to share their experience with you. And finally, the last slide, before giving you the opportunity to ask me some questions, you can see both my contact information and also the contact information from my colleague, Mrs. Liu Jing. So thank you very much for your attention. And I think that now this is time for you to ask me questions about all the information I've been sharing with you. I know that this is a lot of information at once. And of course, I will share this presentation with the organizers, and they can send it to you as well. So you will have all the information for your reference.
Great. Thank you, Mark. I think the introduction is very comprehensive, especially for all the programs with IESEG. And then now we are taking questions from the audience. First, we already have one. So this audience is interested in the fashion management. And then she has the concern about the English test improvement.
So it's about fashion management, and the concern is about what? Sorry, I could not hear you well.
The language test requirement.
Okay, yes. So for all our programs, both fashion and also undergraduate and IMBA, the language requirement is IELTS 6.0 for the overall score. This is the minimum requirement. And usually what we say is that IELTS 6.5 is the recommended level. But with 6.0, you can still apply to our school. And we have many students that with IELTS 6.0 overall score or equivalent in TOEIC, TOEFL, also Duolingo, for example, have a lot of chances also to end up joining us.
Okay, if they are waiting for the results when they are applying for the school, can they hand in the transcript or say the language test results after the application or say after the interview? Is it possible?
Okay, so in normal time, when there's no pandemic and when the tests are easy to pass, so we ask to have all the documents before we do the interview and before we give the results. So now, because we know that in some countries, because of the pandemic, we cannot, the students cannot get to pass the test. So at this stage, we accept the applications without the English test score, and we can give conditional offer, and then you can send us the English test score later on. If, for example, you would like to go for our January intake and then you really don't have time to pass any English test score, then it will be the head of our foreign language department that will have a 15 minutes interview with you in order to validate your English level.
Okay. And then you mentioned there are two campuses, like one in Lille, one in Paris. Can students choose where to stay or where to study, or it actually depends on which program they are choosing?
Okay, so when it comes to undergraduate programs, you are the one to choose, Lille or Paris. If you want to join our Master Grande École, the 2 years program, you are the one to choose, Lille or Paris. If you want to join our Master of Science in International Business, you are the one to choose for the September intake, either Lille or Paris. But for the January intake, it's only in Lille. And for all the other programs, it depends on the program. Some programs are in our Lille campus and some programs are in our Paris campus. For example, fashion is in our Paris campus. But for example, digital marketing is in our Lille campus. So depending on the program, the campus is different.
Mm-hmm. Is it any condition like they might have to go back and forth between Lille and Paris if they are studying, like for just say within one semester, within 1 year?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
For example, does the student have to like transport between Lille and Paris for study?
No. So when you choose a campus, you can only choose for BIB, PGE, MGE, or MIB programs, which campus you want to go. And then you will stay in the campus you have been choosing. Okay? And for all the other programs, then depending on the program you choose, you are located in one of our campuses, Lille or Paris, and you won't go to the other campus. You will do all the 2 semesters of studies in the same campus.
And also for, as you mentioned, like, internship is required for students. So is there any limitation for the internship? For example, can students pursue their internship like outside of France or outside of Europe or at their home country, or they have to stay in France for the internship?
So you have the possibility, and even you are encouraged to do your internship anywhere in the world. So of course you are Taiwanese and probably you want to do an internship in France. So if you would like to do an internship in France, you have to master French. It's very important. Or if you want to find an internship in Europe, it's better if you manage one of the local languages. But in some cases, if you have a very unique expertise, even though you don't have the language skills, you can still find internship in a country where you don't speak the local language. I do have some example from my past students. For example, one Hong Kongese that was from Bangladesh origin, but with Australian passports. I'm still in contact with him. He could speak only English, and he went to study in our school, and then he found an internship in PwC in Luxembourg. And he's still working in Luxembourg in bank industry now. I have other example of 2 Singapore students that went to France to study our big data program, and they could speak only Mandarin and English. They finally end up in Germany, and they are still, both of them, working in Germany. However, at that time, they could not master neither French, neither German. So actually, you can find your internship anywhere in the world. And for example, I can give you the example of our Shanghai office. Our Shanghai office has been sending last year about 100 offers in our region, in the region I'm in charge of. And my colleagues in France that are working under the Department of Company Relationship. So they do, of course, are in contact with companies all around the world. And we organize some job fairs on site and also online. So when they are online, you have access to companies that are not located in France and offers that are not in France. And also, also we have an intranet where all the companies, they post both their job and internship offers. And we really have a very diverse number of internship offers. So normally don't worry about that, because I would say that all our students earlier or a little later, they find normally their internship. But of course, one of the clues for you, if you would like to do your internship in Europe or specifically in France, is to master the local language. And the better your mastery of the local language will be, the highest your chances to find an internship up there will be. And this is the same for all the schools and for everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Like learning or even master French is pretty important, especially when I'm looking for internship or working locally in France. But like,
Yes.
so first, like international student, does school offer any like French class for them? And do they have to pay extra fee for that? Like learning
Yes,
French?
we do offer French classes, and we have different levels of French, and all our French classes are for free, and they are moreover the business classes. Of course, I do encourage all of you to take some French classes, for example, in the Alliance Française, in Taipei, or in other cities. So you don't begin from the scratch when you arrive in France. You have already at least A0, A1, or A2 level, and then when you are in France, you will really improve very quickly. Okay?
Of course, like talking with local people or local students, or even like they have to speak French in
Still, the
daily life.
majority of the students in our school are French. So if you want to speak French, you will have a lot of opportunity to speak French. And you are encouraged to participate to our clubs and activities outside of the school. And then, you know, you can listen to the radio, you can look at the signs outside when you are just walking on the street or going to do your shopping, reading the packaging of the products, watching the French television, and you will have a lot of opportunities to improve your French.
Of course. Sure. So aside from regarding the application for the programs, just aside from the language task results, what are those materials students should prepare for, and what will be the focus about say the evaluation side? And what's the most important thing for interviewer, or what should what's the focus they should pay attention to?
Okay. So we have a holistic approach. So every single document that you will provide will count. Everything counts. And if you want to get scholarship and high scholarship, for example, or to have more chances to be, of course, selected to join one of our programs, of course, we will look at your GPA. So the transcripts from your bachelor degree or from your high school, depending on which program you want to join us. We will look at the English test score. We will look if you can provide the GMAT, but the GMAT is not compulsory, and you can provide it even later after getting already your admission. And if your score is high, you can get some additional scholarships. Of course, the interview with the officer will be important as well, and even more important if you are trying to join an MBA. You have the interview with the program director. This will be also very valuable if you can be successful during this interview and show your future program director that you're the right person for studying in his program and in our school. But we do have a holistic approach, so you need to take care of everything, of all the details. Everything is important.
Of course. Could you show us a slide again regarding the material they need for application? Would you mind to share that?
Sure. Yes.
Let's take a look again and review it again.
Yes, so I'm on it. Can you see that?
Yes.
You can see my screen now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
so
let me put like this indeed.
Yeah, the required material for application. You can review here.
So you can see the transcripts. So for PG and MG, we ask for a recommendation letter. Of course, even though you are not applying to those programs, if you want to still provide recommendation letters, you are welcome. And then you can see, of course, the English resume. And when you go to apply, you will see that there's a lot of, there's 4 or 5 questions about your motivation. So this is important for you also to answer in a good way to those questions, okay? That's why we don't ask, for example, any written letter about your motivation. We ask you some questions, specific questions for each program in the application platform, okay?
Of course. So for either for application platform or during the interview, should the student be very prepared for the very professional student questions? For example, some student might come from, say, not the same major or not the same academic program, or for example, if he or she is from communication major, but he want to apply for, say, business or management, is it possible, or is any specific? Yeah.
Okay, so actually, when you do the online application, you can start your application and come back later. So, you know, there's no limit of time for you to answer and to prepare for your answers to the motivation questions, first of all. Second, regarding the Skype interview, actually is like a talk, and people will ask you about knowing you better, and also knowing why you want to go to France, what are the reasons of your choice for your future studies, and also probably people will want to know about your future career plan, for example. Then regarding the non-business background people, so for people that have no business backgrounds, we have 3 of our programs that are completely open to them. There's the MSc in International Business. There is also the MSc in International Business Negotiation, and also our Master in Fashion Management. Those 3 are open to all the backgrounds. Then, for example, our MIB Tech also is very open to people also that can have also STEM background, but even doctors, etc. It's quite open. Then, of course, if you want to apply for finance, for accounting, for business analysis and consulting, etc., this kind of very specialized majors, yeah, you do need to have some business background during your bachelor degree academic years, or if not, you need to have some working experience on the related field. For example, I got experience to have some students that have been, for example, studying foreign language. For example, they have been studying French, and then they have been working for 4, 5, 6 years in the business field. So then, and perhaps they got the chance to work, I don't know, in consulting firm, for example, and starting as an assistant, and then taking more responsibilities and skills and knowledge from their job. So, for example, if you have also work experience, this can compensate, and this can be instead of the bachelor degree background. I was saying that for the scholarship, we have some automatic scholarship, the first nationality for our MBA. We have also the early bird scholarship for all our master programs. We have also, this is also automatic. We have the GMAT scholarship. So depending on your score for master programs, you will have automatically, depending on your score, some scholarship. Then the one that is not automatic is the merit-based scholarship. Okay, So it depends on your application file. And maximum for our master degrees, you can get 50% rebate on the total tuition fee amount. This is the maximum, okay? Then for undergraduate is a little different. We don't have any automatic scholarship. All of the scholarships are merit-based scholarships, and the scholarship is for the first year and can be also continued on the following years, but this will depend on your academic performance in our school, okay? So it keeps you motivated. If you were a very good student and you get a scholarship before coming to our school for undergraduate, you still need to perform very well. So every year, our school will reconduct your scholarship.
Isn't it like usually how many students would you offer scholarship?
Let's be positive. For September 2021, I think that the COVID-19 problem will be kind of resolved in a way or in another. In many countries, we are expecting to have some vaccine quite soon now. So September 2021 should be okay. Anyway, our school is providing online classes, on-site classes, both synchronous and asynchronous for almost all the programs. For all our PGP, Master of Science, this is the case. For our BIB, this is the case. For our Programme Grande École and Master Grande École, depends a little on the major you have been choosing. But anyway, for those programs, we only have intake in September. So I think we can be positively confident about next September intake that COVID-19 outbreak will be kind of past. And for January intake, it's a little more complicated. Of course, we are not sure because it's coming fast, but we still have 2 months. So if you are admitted for our program and then you cannot join our school because of COVID-19, yeah, you will have the opportunity to postpone your entrance to the next intake. Okay, yeah, I really want to thank, the organizer of this European Education Fair, and also, of course, Campus France, Taiwan, for this wonderful opportunity to present our school and our programs to the audience in Taiwan. And I hope and I'm sure that we will be able to see each other in person very, very soon.
Right.
Thank you.
There. Thank you, Marc.